Hi everybody, welcome back to AgDealerTV. I'm here with my special guest Scott Garvey from Grain News. You've seen him in some of our other videos and you're going to see him in lots of videos from the future. We're in Hannover, Germany today. We have been the whole week, looking at all the new machinery and looking at some new ideas, looking at what Canada is offering to the world and seeing what other companies are bringing to Canada, and we've seen some really interesting things so far. What are some things different that you've seen in Europe versus North America?
Well, we do see just about everything that's available in agriculture just about everywhere in the world. So you'll see here equipment that is totally unfamiliar to Western Canadian farmers, and the broadness of the range of equipment is really what's astounding. I think when you get to see it all together in one place, represented at one time.
We've seen some really different sort of displays, and we've seen some, like you said, some very interesting machines. What's one of your favorite machines or one of the most interesting things that you've seen while we've been here?
Well, we have seen a ton of robotics, that's for sure. We see automation and as a clear indication that that's an up-and-coming thing that's probably not going to go away anytime soon. We've seen the Mars, what was the Mars project from Fendt, which has now got a name change as it's gone from the prototype stage into the pre-development stage. We've seen other projects on a very small scale that are just prototypes yet, and we've seen university projects here that are looking to be developed commercially.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that. We've seen a lot of concepts, a lot of ideas looking towards the future, and one of those trends that we've seen seems to be more electronic vehicles, battery-powered things. One of the issues that we see in North America is how these are going to last in our colder temperatures. Do you have any thoughts on some of the electrical vehicles, maybe the E100 from Fendt that we saw? How do you think that's going to take off in Canada, or will it, or won't it?
Well, yeah, you're right. This is a bit like the Detroit Auto Show, where you see concept vehicles of the future, which is unlike any other ag show in North America. And we have seen a couple of electric drive vehicles, but even the manufacturers acknowledge that right now this is just a nice concept. There's really no battery technology that exists today that gives the kind of high torque output over long durations that's required by a tractor. But that hasn't stopped manufacturers, and in some cases specialty component suppliers, from bringing concept vehicles here to show what they can do, if not in full electric drive, then at least in sort of in implementing electronic drives into conventional diesel powered machines.
And another trend that I have seen here is the emphasis on collaboration between companies, which is something that we rarely see in North America, or that we rarely hear about. We went to a press conference the other day and we heard about some companies that are working together. And what are your thoughts on that, on companies working together rather than trying to keep their technology separate?
Well, that was the case for a lot of the major, or some of the major brands decided that they were going to try and convince their customers that they should come to them for everything from iron to digital technology and wrap it up into one unique package. But it seems the executives from these firms are acknowledging that the farmer has spoken, and that is not what the farmer wants. I heard it described as island solutions, where you have technology that doesn't talk to anybody else. These brands are seeing that farmers just aren't interested in that. They want broadly available platforms that can work with multiple brands, multiple people. And that's what we're seeing now, is that there's these, especially in the digital realm, they're starting to collaborate really well and trying at this stage, to get to a place where data is much more easily collected and shared.
One of my favorite machines that I saw here on the mention of collaboration is the new AGCO Ideal Combine. The one that we'll be seeing in North America is the Massey. Do you have any other thoughts on that? Just on my thoughts, it was a very cool machine, and it was interesting to see the different components from different companies making one ideal machine.
Yeah, well, AGCO itself is kind of a collaboration of brands all under one umbrella, and the Ideal is the first new combine that this company has created as a ground-up design. It's a totally clean sheet of paper they started with, and went to look for optimizing performance across the whole machine. And so this one single platform will serve under multiple brands. Here in Europe, it'll be available as a Fendt as well. But we're seeing some different technology from AGCO, at least in respect to its combines, and they're giving it a unique look. In fact, they're painting it this kind of black, gray, stealth kind of machine to kind of separate it from what's gone before it.
We've seen that a lot with the new tractors that have been coming out the last few years, that rounded big cab design, and it was really interesting to see that really taken onto a combine. When you guys see the new AGCO Ideal Combine, you'll know what we're talking about. It's a very interesting design, something completely different that I haven't seen before. Well, that about wraps it up, guys. We've seen a lot of really interesting machines this week and different concepts. Please tune into agdealer.com as well as grainnews.ca. We're going to have a lot of content coming very soon, both online as well as in the print publications. And I believe if you're a subscriber to Country Guide, you guys are going to see some content as well. So thank you for joining us, and please tune in to Glacier Farm Media's websites for more content from Hannover, Germany, specifically Agritechnica, in the future.
Thanks for watching.